Chris Orr was one of my favorite linebackers to watch at the University of Wisconsin. The former 3-star recruit has spent time in the NFL with the Carolina Panthers, fighting for a roster spot as an undrafted free agent. Now, he will be suiting up for my New Jersey Generals, and I can't wait to be rooting for him again. This is the story of Chris Orr. Chris Orr was born on June 17, 1997, and grew up in DeSoto, Texas. Chris comes from an extremely athletic and successful football family. His father, Terry, played 8 NFL seasons from 1986 to 1993 for Washington and San Diego as a tight end. His brother, Zach, played college football at North Texas and played for the Baltimore Ravens from 2014 to 2016 before retiring because of a congenital spine condition. He would then become an analyst for the Ravens defense. His other 2 brothers, Terrence and Nick, played football at Texas State and TCU respectively. Though Chris said being a part of a football family is a blessing, one of his goals for Zach, Terrence, and Nick was to be referred as Chris's brother in the future. Chris attended DeSoto High School, where he was a 2-year varsity starter. During his junior year, he had 172 tackles, 8 forced fumbles, and 3 fumble recoveries, being named an all-district player. As a senior, he was named a team captain and racked up 183 tackles with 4 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, an interception, and 2 defensive touchdowns. He was named the team MVP, an all-district player, and honorable mention All-State. He finished his high school career with 374 total tackles, 13 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries, and 3 defensive touchdowns. On top of being a successful football player, he was also a top-notch student, participating in the National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, and graduated in the top 10% of his class. Chris was a 3-star recruit and the 1,547th best player in the class of 2015. He earned 5 Division I offers, likes of Arkansas, Kansas, Nevada, North Texas, and Wisconsin. Chris wanted to avoid playing in his brother's shadow, so he decided to commit to Wisconsin over staying close to home and playing for North Texas. He told PressBox Online, "The coaches had no connection to my family or anything like that. They kinda just came down and found me. Zach having the success that he did, both at North Texas and in the league, was probably a big reason why I didn't go to the University of North Texas, which was the only Texas school to offer me." As a freshman, Chris played in 10 games and made 6 starts at inside linebacker. He racked up 46 total tackles, 2 tackles for a loss and half a sack, while also forcing a fumble and broke up 2 passes. Unfortunately, as a sophomore, Chris would tear his ACL on the first defensive snap of the season, and the Badgers win over LSU at Lambeau Field after winning the starting job. Orr fought hard to recover from the injury, but would not become a full-time starter again due to the success of Ryan Connolly and TJ Edwards until 2019. He still played in 12 games in 2017, making 8 starts, recording 36 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and 1 interception returned for a touchdown. The Badgers defensive unit ranked 2nd nationally in total defense, 3rd in scoring defense, 3rd in rushing defense, and was the best nationally when it came to pass efficiency defense. Going into the 2018 season, Chris approached assistant coach Chris Herring about making an impact on the special teams, while Connolly and Edwards dominated at linebacker. Orr told The Athletic, "Those guys are still my friends. I want them to play to the best of their abilities, and I love the team first and foremost. So as long as we were going to be winning games, I had no problem. Wherever the coaches felt was going to put us in the best situation to win or be the better defense, I had no problem with it at all. I kinda just went to Coach Herring and was like, well, whatever you need me to do now, I can actually do it. So I kind of just handled business that way." Orr played in all 13 games and made 1 start in the Pinstripe Bowl because of an injury to Ryan Connolly. He recorded 27 tackles with 1 tackle for a loss, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 interception. During the offseason, Orr lost 18 pounds, dropping from 232 pounds to 214 pounds by completely changing his eating habits. He reduced his intake of dairy and red meat and increased the amount of vegetables he consumed. He was able to become more athletic without sacrificing his strength. Orr spoke on the change, telling The Athletic, "A number on the scale doesn't correlate to you getting moved around on the field or not. I definitely got stronger. I'm not worried about that at all. I feel way faster, not as tired anymore. My body doesn't really get beat up too much anymore. I can recover faster. So I feel way faster than I was before. I'm definitely excited to put it to use." Chris took over the starting inside linebacker position as a senior, starting all 14 games as a team captain, recording 78 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, an inside linebacker record 11.5 sacks, which was 3rd most in the Big Ten, 8 quarterback hurries, 5 broken up passes, and 2 forced fumbles. He had 3 games with at least 2 sacks, including a career-high 3 sacks as part of a 9-tackle performance against Illinois. He helped the Badgers win the Big Ten West and make it to the Rose Bowl. He finished his Badger career playing in 50 games, making 30 starts, racking up 187 tackles, 20 tackles for a loss, 14 sacks, 2 interceptions, 8 pass breakups, and 4 fumble recoveries. Chris would not be invited to the NFL Combine, but unlike most in the 2020 NFL Draft class, he was able to have his pro day right before the world shut down. He ran a 4.65 40-yard dash, a 4.08 20-yard shuttle, and a 6.99 second 3-cone drill, which would have ranked him among the highest in each category among linebackers at the Combine. Chris Orr was not viewed in the same light as Patrick Queen and Kenneth Murray, but thought if you looked at the film, it would be hard to say he wasn't at the same level as them. He knew whether he was drafted or not, he could find success looking at recent Badger linebackers like TJ Edwards, Ryan Connolly, Joe Schobert, Leon Jacobs, Vince Beagle, Andrew Van Ginkel, Jack Cincy, and TJ Watt, who all have found spots on active NFL rosters. He would go undrafted but signed with the Carolina Panthers after the draft. Although there was no preseason games, Orr impressed during training camp, just playing the way he knew he could play. He gained a lot of respect from teammates throughout camp, and they tried to help and teach him throughout the process. Unfortunately, he would not make the final 53-man roster, but instead signed with the practice squad. Throughout the 2020 season, Chris would bounce between the Panthers practice squad and the active roster. He was a part of the active roster for 3 games, playing 6 snaps on defense and 50 snaps on special teams. He would be cut going into the 2021 season and tried out for a few NFL teams, but was unable to find a new home for the 2021 season. During the fall, Chris and Wisconsin head coach Paul Chryst were texting and catching up with each other. When Orr was back in Madison for his wife's birthday celebration, Chryst offered him the Director of Player Development position, which he immediately accepted. Orr said after Chryst offered him the position, the couple quickly packed their things in their suburban Dallas home and made their move north. Chryst said at the time he's wanted to create a role in the program like Orr's for a number of years, but he wanted to make sure he had the right person to fill it immediately. Orr's familiarity with the team, he played with upperclassmen and was a part of the recruitment for most of the underclassmen, and his ability to share his knowledge and passion for the game made him an easy choice. He was someone the players could come to and talk to about anything that maybe they didn't want to talk to the coaches about. His door was always open, and the players loved having him in the position. It looks like he might be stepping away from the role for a period of time because he was drafted to the New Jersey Generals of the USFL earlier this week. As a fellow Badger alum and overlapping my time in Madison while Orr played for the Badgers, I am super excited that my hometown New Jersey Generals took him. He is an extremely smart linebacker and could be a game changer during the first year of the Spring League. I love seeing a handful of Badgers get drafted last week, and I can't wait to see them play in April. What do you think? Will Chris Orr be successful in the USFL? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, maybe check out my videos on fellow USFL player Shea Patterson right here. If you want more USFL content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.